Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ryden Estates, where today you can see I've made a little heap tip trigger here with the 4,500 litres of grass that was in this guy. The reason I did that was because we're now going to sell it. I'm going to sell that, and we're actually going to sell the little tipper as well. Is there anything else that needs to be sold at this time? Yes, this can be sold. And this can be sold. You can see we've got in the last stream the Kuhn Cetera 3000 and the Vaderstadt Top Down 500, both of which can conveniently be run by the Schluter. Although today it's time to get some new stuff in. So the first item on our list is going to be the Stoll FZ300. Next up is going to be, I've planned this out already, the Ford TW10. If I've got money left, I'll buy something else. Next up is going to be, what did I put down for this bucket? And then over here, this weight. And this tipper. I believe that's everything. Yes. No, there's something worth 15,650. What did I forget? Because I'm forgetting something. Oh, nuts. What am I forgetting? Because I checked through all the prices. Oh, yes. Well done, Dave. The Mengele Forage wagon. We got 20,000 left. Which means actually I need to buy a fertilizer spreader. And we're going to actually go with the in-game one. That's not the one that I want. We're actually going to go with... Yeah, we'll go with the Amazon one. And we don't have enough to buy the other item. That's fine by me. So what we're going to do is we're going to... I don't know why I keep saying what we're going to do is... But I am. I'm going to reset everything here. The TAM weight is of importance. And that... it will be of importance later, not right now. So I'm not using track or the wheel at the moment, just because I can, effectively. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to finish foraging up the... I need to... Well, that's positive, isn't it? That is a really good way to start. Do I have any other... I may need to reset the tractor again. That wasn't supposed to happen. Please go down the way that can be picked up again. Good. That wasn't supposed to happen at all. If you didn't already guess. It seems that the CSZ pack doesn't really like being picked up with the TW10. Which is a bit of a shame. Turn on type description. What can be turned on with this thing? I think the tractor's a bit borked. I think I may have broken a few things here. Good. I can get it attached like that. Now we need to press F and N. Or, you know, not. That's not attached correctly. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get out, detach it, now reattach it, and now double check. That is the correct attachment, which turns off the tractor. Oh, we're doing well today. And we're going to pick up the Mengele Forage wagon. We don't have much to do with it. But what we do need to do needs to be done, because we do have a bit of a field that still needs to be foraged up. It is field 10, I believe. It needs to be foraged. Now we got it on the back of the TW10 because the TW10 can pull it. And now I'm gonna... Yeah, I think now's a good time to switch over to the wheel. Just while I'm ahead. You know, quit while I'm ahead with the whole deciding that was a good idea thing. Let's go in cab and turn on the track hat, which luckily can be done on the fly. I've taken the long route again because I'm an idiot. And I've also hit my mouse. Oh, this is going well. So as you can see, it is... Ah, I'm screwing with the Mangala instead of the thing I'm supposed to be screwing with. I want to move the front loader down. There we go. Where am I going from here? I can take this road just over here. That'll bring us down nearer field 10. And, that sign has collisions. That may or may not have been a sign I just hit. So we are making silage again today. I know I did it in the stream, but that's how things run. And we got €5,000 left of all of the money that we had at the beginning, because I think I sold all the initial equipment. So we can't really get anything big now, which is a bit of a shame. I will eventually come back through and use the Mangala to pick up all of that straw. And the easiest way to field 10 is to go around here like this. Around here like this. There we go. And down this road here, which is a lovely little mud road. I do like how so many of the roads on this map are actually kind of hidden from view. Now the reason we got the bucket is so that we can hopefully load up the wagon with it. I don't know if the wagon can pick up heap tip trigger by itself. Speaking of, it's time to move over to the wagon. I can't see the... that's an issue. I can't see the active load because the joystick is in the way. That's not ideal, is it? So let's turn on the forage wagon. And I need to reposition myself so that I can see the active load. There we go. Because the active load on this is very, very important. Because if I overfill it, I'll need to get out and unfill it. Or unblock it, I guess. Which means that we are kind of speed limited now by the forage wagon. Which is realistic. You wouldn't really go maximum speed all the time forever in a field like this. Now the next things we're going to get are probably going to be bigger mowers and windrowers and whatnot, bigger grass equipment. But for right now we get to find out if this thing can fiddle with a heap tip trigger. It cannot. I'm going to need to bring the trailer over most likely. And here's where the active load starts coming into play. Because I now have to figure out what speed I can go with this thing. It's usually about 15, so I'm going to hold it about 14, I think. Just to be on the safe side with it. And when this is full, it is significantly bigger than the self-propelled forage wagon that we used for a period. When this is full, we can empty it out. It probably won't be full by the end of this field, I'm going to be honest. We'll probably run out of field before we run out of fill level. But by that time, what we'll do, well, when we're done, we'll bring it over to the yard and tip it into our silage bunker. And then worry about compacting that at a later time, probably off camera. I swear there was something I was supposed to do in this video, but I can't remember, so I'm doing this instead. I swear I said I was supposed to do something today in the stream, but I can't remember. We'll probably be seeding in the next video. And that won't be a... That probably will be a full video of seeding, most likely, if you guys are okay with that, let me know in the comments. But, you know, if you guys aren't, I can find something else to do so I can seed, we'll say, for a bit. Or I can fertilize first and then seed later, because I think this map has GMK. If it doesn't, I can install it real quick. That's something I need to test at some point, actually. Don't know how exactly I'm going to test it, but I am. I'll probably use a test version of the map. Or test save, even. Ah, these trees are real. That's potentially problematic. So I think I can go full speed through this. I'm not going to, just for sanity reasons, but I think I could. Apparently this mod was made by Han Kia. This is TW10 originally. So it'd be nice if I could get in contact with them, I guess. So those of you who follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, you'll know that I've become slightly more active on all three over the last... well, Instagram I've set up, but I'll become a lot more active on social media, sharing things on Facebook, tweeting. I haven't been tweeting a bit more, but I've been on Facebook a bit more, because I've been kind of neglecting that. Twitter's more of a random thoughts thing. Facebook is more if I want to tell you guys. Twitter sometimes is like random thoughts and then important stuff, because I know a lot of you guys follow me on some of you guys follow me on Twitter, some of you guys are on the Discord, some of you guys are on Facebook, so I'll put important stuff on all three. But Facebook, if I want to tell you guys something that isn't necessarily important but I want to say it anyway, it'll likely go up on Facebook. That's where I'll be talking. That's where I'm probably easiest to contact, actually, because Facebook sends me notifications and whatnot when I get messages. Twitter not so much, and anybody can message me on Facebook. The website, for those of you who haven't been on it, has been updated again. I've been fiddling, not since the streams, but maybe since the streams, but I've got it working in a way that I wanted it to now. I need to make a hidden page at some point during the week to send to specific people, but that is something that'll come in time. Something I can work on over the course of half an hour to an hour during the week. I don't mind. And I want to say thank you guys for the amazing stream we had yesterday. I think I said it at the end of the stream. It's you know, I can say, oh, I had a good stream. Honestly, when I have a good stream, it's because you guys are absolutely amazing in chat. You've been amazing all weekend. I know Saturday stream, I wasn't feeling great, so it wasn't a great stream. I was tired. Yesterday's stream, wow. You guys blew my mind with, number one, the amount of people that showed up, despite it being, you know, school day. And number two, the insane amount of people chatting. Like, it was nothing compared to Simulate, but for me that was an amazing stream, an amazing chat. And I want to welcome everybody who did subscribe during the stream, because that surprised me. At the time of recording, well, last time I checked anyway, we had 2,297 subscribers on the channel. Hopefully by midnight, you can see it's 20 past 10 now. Hopefully by midnight we will have hit 2,300. That's kind of been my personal goal for the weekend. I've got an extra goal that I'm hoping to hit midweek, and that's going to remain a secret. Even when I hit it, it's going to remain a secret. Certain people know it, and those same people know why it's a goal. And so, you know, some of my goals are very, very arbitrary. But you know, it genuinely amazes me sometimes that, you know, I think I've got a small community, and then I look at the number of subscribers that this channel has, and, you know, it's in the thousands. And, you know, if you imagine, let's say the multiplayer videos over the weekend, they got well over 1,000 views each. Imagine 1,000 people in one room doing the same thing. You know, imagine 1,000 people doing anything. That's insane to think about. And on YouTube, that's a small number. You know, Simulate regularly gets 5,000 or 6,000 views. That's a small stadium. You know, there's a lot of football teams would kill to get that many people watching their games. There's a lot of sports would kill to have 6,000 people at anything. You know, YouTube is amazing at times at making big numbers seem very small. And I don't know, there's a reason I'm talking about this, and the reason is that sometimes you get caught up in the numbers and you see people like Simulate, just rocketing up in numbers and getting these insane numbers, and you think, wow, I'm not doing well. And then you think about it a bit more, and you take some time, kind of, some time to yourself, I guess. And you think, you know what, I live in a town, and this is true, by the way. I live in a town of 3,500 people, and right now I've got pretty much 2,500 subscribers. That's... you know, that's not a small feat. That's, you know, 2/3 of my town is effectively subscribed to me. Oh, please tell me these things work with a heap tip trigger. Please tell me these things work with heap tip trigger. Maybe I'm still too high. Okay, so that's it on the ground now. I have to go out of cab to see what's going on here. Okay, so fill. Grass isn't a fill type on this, is it? Knowing my luck, grass isn't a fill type on the CSC pack bucket. Grass isn't a fill type. Okay, what do I have that has grass as a fill type? Because I may need to edit these. How about this one? This one takes grass. As does this one. Okay, so that's not too bad then. I was concerned about my Don one there. Bucket with grabber, silage bucket will take grass for some reason. That's a pretty cool one, actually. But I'll just leave the grass there for the time being. I'm actually in the CSC camera. That's the bucket cam. There we go. Let's get back into the tractor. And bring the silage in. Or the grass in to become silage. Now the knives are working. How dull are the knives now? Use of blades 0.5%. Okay. So it's less than 1% usage on the blades, which is good. The bucket is kind of in the way. Let's see if I can get this. That's better. Now I can see what I'm doing. So to get back into the yard, you come down this road and it's there. Which is why I said it's a neat little thing that the entrances are kind of hidden away on this map. I really, really like that. Please tell me I didn't blanket the silo. I didn't blanket the silo. Wonderful. Downside is I'm now going to have to figure out how to maneuver this so that I can turn in. I think this is going to be the best ways to kind of do a jackknifey kind of turn. Yep. There we go. Because previously I was just basically driving up into it with the other Forage wagon. So that's now emptying, which is lovely. I'm going to take down that and that because I'm going to need a thumbnail. And that should do nicely. Where is the sun at the moment, by the way? Is it hidden off behind those clouds over there? Yes. Must be dawn still. In-game? Oh yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning is still dawn. So let's disconnect that in situ, as it were. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go grab the cedar. Because that's all the silage done. I will come back at a later point and do the straw. I'm not going to bale that, I'm just going to pick it up with the mangala and bring it over to the sell point manually. Yeah, as just pure straw, because the bales that I have are too small right now. There we go. This is in fact the quickest way, I think, to get over to where I need to go, because I can... Yeah, if I take the full course of this... So, those of you who haven't seen this yet, this is the full course of this road. I'm just going to raise the bucket up so I can get over these bumps. The full course of this road is a bit longer than what some of you might have seen. I think I've done it once or twice in the stream. So, I have always come through this little cut back. There is our little cut through, which is muddy, but it's quicker than going around that corner because it's a lot easier to get around. Previously, what I'd been doing, you can see I've abandoned the bale trailer, is I've been taking that turn off there and going through the river, Instead today I am continuing straight onwards, and we're going to do this all in one fell swoop. Continuing straight onwards, going through some more mud and dodgy bits that have caught tractors before, so I'm a bit concerned. Very concerned, in fact. And we may now be stuck. Four-wheel drive and diff locks don't help, but I do have a bucket, so that does. So that's why... that's the second reason I have the front loader on, is Bucketron can help me get unstuck from mud. We're going to do it here, because that's an automatic gate. We're going to turn right. This is a really weird way of having to do this, but it is the way that's... it is the fastest way to go. And somewhere up here should be a little turn off. Have I missed it? Have I somehow managed to miss it? Oh no, it's right on the corner here. Take this. And it'll bring us around behind a couple of fields. Oh, the PDA map isn't correct. That's fine then. Yes. It'll bring us up around here. Now we're back onto the road that's actually marked on the PDA map, which is nice. And up over here we will actually access the road that field 37 is on. Now, something I haven't mentioned is that somebody who is very, very stupid forgot to turn off withering on the map. So all the crops that are planted, or were planted, are withered. So there's going to be no corn silage for the foreseeable future, because I forgot to turn withering off. Problem solving 101 there with Dave. The bucket got stuck, so just move it. So I guess actually, you know what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the fertilizer spreader and find out if GMK is installed on the map. Because it seems to me that it makes more sense to fertilize the ground before seeding. There we go, that's that attached. I know I've been getting lazy with the manual attach of late, but... turn off area limitation. GMK is installed. That is a surefire way of knowing that. So the road we need to take, again, should be... oh yes, it's a straight line here, isn't it? And we're going to go back the exact same way we just came. Because this is the quickest way in between the yards, as much as it gets bogged down and stuck. And is realistically a bit dodgy as a road. The mower for some reason is still rented. I haven't fixed that issue. I'll probably fix that off camera. But we're just kind of going back the exact same way we came, because that's the quickest way. I could take the more scenic route, but I'm kind of concerned with time right now. Because I would like to at least fill this before we end the video. Because I'm looking at time and we're kind of running out of it, which is pleasing, because I am trying to get more done than I probably can. But a bit worrying, because I would like to get at least some fertilizing done. And what we're going to fertilize is we're going to actually fertilize the field that we harvested. We're going to fertilize the unnumbered magic field of awesome. Okay, man. If you need more room at the front, just raise your bucket. There we go. So that field over through those trees is what we're going to fertilize. Hopefully we'll be able to fit through here without much of an issue. We did last time. We do it this time. Yes! And that's the one point of concern I had out of the way. Now this time we're not going to take the little cut through I normally do. We're going to actually go around the full corner here to show you how tight it is. So you come up here, and you pretty much have to come to a stop and take this corner as hard as you can possibly turn. There we go. So I usually go through the little cut. It is... I think it is a bit quicker. I'm not 100% sure on that. Next issue. Where is the fertilizer refill point at this yard? Because I honestly have no idea. Hopefully it's not near the fuel. Because if it's near the fuel, I'll be quite annoyed. It's something you never ever do. Okay, so there's the fuel. I see no fertilizer there, that's positive. It's not in that shed. That's seeds. Oh, there's fertilizer. That's a reasonable distance from the fuel. So let's refill that. It is filling with fertilizer, which is mildly concerning. Hopefully GMK is in fact installed and that's just doing something funky. So all I have to do now is just wait for it to... Oh yeah, because 3,000 litre bucket I've got as well, isn't it? There we go. Let's get back over to the field. And we'll go out of cab to fertilize, which means in a moment I'll be turning off track at again, just to get a stable camera view. I have it on when I'm in cab because I can look around corners. And for those of you who don't know, who weren't in the streams and didn't know this, that field was regrown. May do some more mowing. For those of you who didn't know this, Giants released a big info dump over the weekend. Somebody from Giants posted on the forums with all the information and all the currently, not all of them actually, most of the features we think of FS17, including basically a lot of the functions currently covered by soil mod, which be the multi-step fertilizing, where you have to fertilize 3 times, which is exactly what I said, let the crops grow over. A lot of these ideas seem oddly familiar, and I'm wondering if somebody at Giants is watching. If so, hello. Can I have a review key, please? Can I have a review code? I'd appreciate that, Giants. But, oh, yes, that's another thing I need to do. I need to, that's an issue, because I forgot about that. That's what I was supposed to be doing today. Whoops. I was supposed to be moving the rocks. Oh well, I can fertilize first. I'm glad I didn't start seeding. There is no GMK in this map. That's a minor problemo. It's something I can fix, but it's, minor irritation. It's something I can throw in, over the space of, 20-25 minutes later on tonight. Or even tomorrow. It's not a big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to get, hopefully, the first headland done. Oh yeah, I also need to move those bales. I may just delete them. I'm going to be honest. That rock is right where I want to be driving. So let's turn off track at so you get a nice, somewhat stable camera view. Instead of every time I move my head, the camera randomly moves. But in the big info dump Giants did, there was one thing that really stood out to me. And it was just one thing. And it's something I've been clamoring for. And something a lot of people have been clamoring for. Simulate, now that he's got it as well. And I think Fahi's been looking for this. And anybody who has hardware capable of doing this has been looking for it. And I'm intentionally being vague, because the one thing that stood out to me most from the big info dump from Giants is that Farm Sim 17 is going to have head tracking support. It's going to have track IR support, which means that TrackHat is now a lot more valuable to me. I know I can use it with mouse simulation, which is it's literally just a workaround that I'm using to counter the fact that FarmSim has no default head tracking support. The fact that FS17 has it is a majorly big deal for me. Like, that is a huge selling point for a lot of people that have TrackIR and TrackHat and any, even a self-made Arduino thing. The fact that FS17 will have that capability as standard is amazing and opens up a new realm of possibilities for, things that I can do with videos and things that Simulate can do with videos and things that, if Landy were to get TrackHat, he could do. People that have TrackIR, they've got a whole new world opening up to them. And it's going to be a major game changer for FarmSim, I think. Because if it's fully implemented, meaning not just oh, it'll emulate the mouse, but it's in-game, and you can move forward, you can lean. You know, I could lean out the window, or I could lean forward to see if there's traffic on the way. I could lean to the side to make sure I was going right. That's a lot of stuff that I can't currently do because the in-cab is still linked intrinsically to the mouse. So if they're making the in-cab camera a bit more dynamic than it currently is, that's a big deal for me, and for a lot of people who have the likes of TrackHat and TrackIR. And I'm genuinely excited. I legitimately now am 100% excited about FS17 because that is a really big deal. Like, it is one of the biggest surprises so far. I mean, a lot of the stuff the Giants are putting in is already kind of covered by mods. And, you know, some people are criticizing it, but if you think about it, the people that are criticizing it are PC players. The people who are going to be excited by that stuff are, number one, the console players, and number two, the guys who don't necessarily have the most powerful PCs that can't handle too many mods. Because, let's face it, if something's a mod, there's an intrinsic instability about it. There's going to be a bit of instability. It's going to potentially crash the game. It could conflict with something. If it's in-game by default, you're not gonna have that problem. Because if something conflicts with it, your game's gonna crash. You know, it's ruling out a lot of mods being created, like Heap Tip Trigger, that's dead. Alt Tip is dead. Placeable Piles is dead. Those mods will no longer exist. They're no longer necessary. The soil mod will still exist. There's plenty of stuff that Decker can still add. He can bring back his herbicide stuff, and it looks like Giants are helping him, really. Because he was always talking about having a compaction system in it. I'm hoping there's a separate compaction mod. Decker was always talking about having compaction in soil mod, and that was never something possible in the game engine, but FS17, they're adding a system whereby mod authors can have compaction. And this is the first time in a while that I've just done fertilizing manually in somewhat straight lines, so I'm pleased by this. I'm happy with how I'm doing. I know somebody's gonna complain because I am compacting the soil realistically, and I am out of cab, and there's bound to be somebody who's not happy with that, but that's the way YouTube is. And you know, there's always, I'm never going to be able to please everybody. I'm always aim to just please as many people as I possibly can. If I can please most of you guys, I've done my job well. So I think that's enough done for today. I actually went a bit over the time I had planned, which is fine. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like below, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and join the Steam group as well, because I kind of undersell the Steam group. It's just kind of an afterthought. There is a Steam group for the channel. If you join it, you'll get announcements when the streams are going live. I do have some plans for FS17 for the Steam group to be a bit more active. And maybe get into some extra, you know, some extra stuff that won't be streamed or recorded, just a bit of extra fun where I, you know, boot up a multiplayer server or something and just play for an hour or two. That's going to be FS17, though. That's not going to be immediate. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. And do leave a comment below explaining what I'm doing wrong, or saying that you enjoyed the video, or even just saying, you know, if you've just subscribed, let me know. I love seeing new people arrive, and I love seeing new faces around. It does cheer me up every day seeing like some people that I have seen commenting on my videos of late. I have been a bit starstruck by. I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to name videos, but some people I've been seeing in videos and streams of late, I've been absolutely shocked. I had a fertilizer spreader all along. Nuts. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you all very much for watching once again. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.